What's going on, everybody? Today we are going to do my harness brackets.
And harnesses.
And harnesses, yeah. It's a little bit of a detailed thing because the seats don't have to be removed, but we're going to remove them because it's going to make things a lot easier, and it'll make it easier for the next thing too. So we're just going to leave them out for the next video. And the harness brackets are from Dragonfire. I got them from UTV headquarters.
I will get a link to their website because they're not on Amazon.
Yeah, I couldn't find them on Amazon. Everything else but those.
Your harnesses, what'd you get?
I got just some Ace Racing harnesses.
El Cheapos.
Yeah,
Off Amazon.
Off Amazon.
I will find a link for those.
They still meet all of like racing standards. They're just not as fancy as Blake's 50 cals.
So, if you want my 50 cals, I'll put a link in the description for those. So, let's go take a look. All right, I got here's the brackets. There is actually, Adam, what'd you do with the other brackets? Oh, they're right here. There's other brackets. I don't know. I don't know. There's some brackets that go down on the bottom. We don't know if we're going to use them or not. We'll see. We'll show you in a little bit. But those are the main brackets that go across the back of the, behind the seat. So, Adam is currently taking the seats out. To take the seats out. And then you got those two bolts up front. There's another one on this side. And then I believe you have to slide the seat forward and it'll reveal two more bolts behind. Alright, we got both seats out. This side, passenger side, the bolts were all the same size. The driver's side, that corner is a shorter bolt than the rest of them. The rest of them are long. So now what he's doing is he's taking the seat belts out. I'm going to show you how to deactivate the seatbelt sensor so that you can, go over 5 miles an hour without the seatbelt. You'll need a 12 millimeter for the seat bolts, and that is a 17.
And that is a...
What is the top one?
14.
Top one is a 14. So 14, 17, and the ones for the seats are a 12. Okay, so you've got your plug that comes out and it's attached to the seatbelt, right? You don't want to cut the plug that's attached to your side-by-side. So you just want to cut this one and cut it out, here. Give yourself enough room that you can add a butt connector between the two. You're connecting them together. Once you've done that, now it's bypassed and you can just tuck that back in there and it's done. It's gone.
What is this?
I don't know.
I just found it.
It'll hold the cable somewhere.
I thought it was a spider.
You thought it was a spider?
I was going to throw it at you.
So I'm going to cut this. I'm going to crimp these together with a heat shrink butt connector that he's holding in his hand. That way it keeps the weather out. And that part will be done. I would cut it a little less. Sure.
Why is this one so much bigger than the passenger side?
That's a good question. Because there's a sensor in it, maybe? That's my only thinking. It's no good anymore. Garbage. Yeah, so I'm going to do that real quick. Be right back. We got tops removed. It's a 17 down on the bottom as well to remove the ratcheting deal. To get this one out, gonna have to remove this plastic piece here. So remove all your pop rivets and then pull that plastic piece out of the way and you should be able to get that bolt out. I'm just guessing. I'm not 100% on that. Okay, as you can see, took those wires. Adam got them butt connector on there, heat shrinked it. It's good to go. Now that is bypassed, so you don't have to mess with that anymore. Don't waste your money on one of those plugs. This works great. Just use heat shrink and you're good to go. Like I said, you got to remove the deal. get one of those pop rivet tools.
I don't know how to use this thing.
Well, it's kind of new and different, but you just got to wedge it under there. They help a little bit. I'm not saying they're great, but you know, we can sit here and watch him all day.
I think I'm going to go back to the straight screwdriver method. This is killing me. Oh, like I got it.
So once you get that removed, you have enough room to get a ratchet in there. 17 millimeter. Make sure when you take the bolt out, you save it, because that's where your harness is going to mount.
Okay, so next step is once you get your seats out, get your stuff done, and now you have room to the back of this. What you're going to do is you're going to put right here in the center, around a 1-inch hole here and around a 1-inch hole here. Because I have my back glass, I may have to do something different with this, which is fine. We'll figure it out when we get there. But this bolt has to come out too. And this.
And this one.
And that one. Yeah. So, and then this frame sits just like this. Up in here like this. That's how it sits. And then you're going to get 2 new bolts right here that sit directly behind your seat for your harness to mount to.
So what are we going to do now?
What are we going to do now?
Yeah.
You have big bolts over here. We're going to find a Dremel.
Find a Dremel?
Yeah, because my pocket knife's
It says to use a hole saw.
we don't have a
I don't have a hole saw. We're just going to improvise. Oh. He's really improvising. I have a Dremel.
That's hard plastic.
Hard plastic. All right. Well, I guess we'll find something. Let's go. Okay, so we got a Dremel. Got a big-ish drill bit. So he's going to just drill in the center of the squares where those are supposed to go, because there's something behind there we need to use. I'm not sure what, but the instruction says there's stuff back there.
What am I touching? Oh no.
Oh no, what?
Oh no.
This is our improvising here. Note to self, behind those, if you drill directly in the center, there is threads in that hole. We hit it with the drill, we kind of boogered it up, so we're going to have to clean it up. So we messed up, so you won't. So you can take a hole saw like they suggest. Oh, nope, it threaded right in. So he didn't booger nothing up. Anyways, there's threads right behind it, which comes with bolts that you thread in there. So
comes with that bolt, and then you're going to put this big washer on here. So I'm going to have to open that hole on up a little bit bigger than this.
Yeah. So that's what you need to do there. And
here, 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 and here.
Okay.
All 4 points.
All 4 do the same thing. Okay. Take those bolts out. Still have to do this one. If you have a rear windshield, as of right now, we've just loosened the windshield so we can push it back a little bit so we can fit the ratchet in there. And now he's removing that.
I'm just trying to, there we go.
They want you to take this back cover off. We haven't figured out why yet, so we're going to see if we have to or not. Figured out that the brackets for the rear windshield will not work with these 5-point harness brackets. So those brackets have to go. And with that being said, we're going to have to figure out a different way to mount that. So I was thinking maybe cut this off and then maybe self-tap this into
Top of the bracket.
And that should work.
There may be a little bit of fabrication that has to go on, but it won't be in this video and it won't be today.
No. So if you have this rear windshield,
yeah,
you're going to run into this problem. If not, then, well, no worries.
I think right here, you cut these out, and I believe this is another access point. I think Kawasaki has a bar that's supposed to go straight across here, but they haven't released it yet. I don't know why it's not on their Kawasaki page as of right now, but that's what I've seen.
So, yeah. As you can see, I made those holes. Not pretty, but they're going to be covered up. So,
if this is the worst that's going to happen to this machine, that'd be fantastic.
Yes. So the plastic for your cowling over your intake and everything, just pry that up with something and then shove that underneath it. That's how it'll sit. And then you need, okay, so forewarning, when you remove those cage bolts, or
just the
one, your cage is going to slide back a little bit. It's kind of a nightmare. Then it's blocking the hole where that bolt goes in. So you're going to have to do some finagling to get your cage back in place to where you can get the cage back in place so that you can get that bolt back in. You can thread it in with how much it moves, but it's super tight. Then when you're done with that, and you've got that there, you don't want to take it all the way tight because you're going to want to be able to move this bracket like this. Move it out a little bit. That way you can take these washers here, slide them in. They go in the holes that you drilled on both of them. And then you insert your bolt with a washer and a lock washer, and then put it in there and tighten those down. So I've got to do this and get everything tightened back up, but that part is done. Next part is going to be mounting the brackets that hold your harness. Okay, so there you get a bunch of eyelets like this. Don't really like the setup, but that's what we have. Another option you have is if you have some extra bolts, you can just bolt this to that and be done. And get rid of those eyelets. And I don't know if you can see that bracket right there. It's kind of a quick connect to it, and then it gives you a spot for your strap. So you can do that, or like I said, you can just bolt this direct to there. Your option. We don't have extra bolts, so we're just gonna do their setup. All right. Oh, I'm zoomed in here. Let me fix this. There we go. So you got these on, you got them tight. You want them front to back like that. Then you've got those brackets, which is what goes on here. So you got to take these off and get rid of them. Garbage. And then you got to put those on in the place of it. So once you get that done, you can clip those on. Then you can start mounting the bottom ones, and you leave the bottom ones on.
All right, so here we are with this. You're supposed to have a fitting in here so it pulls this out away from here. But the problem is the fittings that they gave us, and then the extra bolts that they gave us, are way too small. So what's up Dragonfire? Yeah, because that's nonsense. I'm sorry, but that's frustrating. You spend that much on something. And even these, well, obviously the smaller bolts are not going to fit. So
we got those attached.
This is all attached now.
We just got them draped out because we got to put our seats back in once we get everything bolted in and ready.
Right. And then that will be just about it.
Okay. Got that done. That done. Put your plastic bead back. Make sure you get your vent tube here. Make sure that's fastened back in there. If you took it out, we just stuck these off to the side. Adam's handed me a seat. We're not going to put his driver's seat back in because we're going to be doing a winch video after this. So I probably ought to help him, huh? A little tough. Why don't you put your e-brake down?
Yeah, did I pull it up?
Well, I didn't pull it up.
That's probably me.
Like I said, we're not putting that seat in because that's going to be for our next video. But we got the passenger seat in. Got the harness all in. It's adjusted for me, even though I'm not going to be riding in it. But whatever passenger he's got, it'll be somewhat adjusted. So that's done. And he's not doing, he did buy 5-point harnesses, but he's not putting the 5th point in. He just doesn't want them. So
at no point in time am I going to be going fast enough and are slamming into a wall
or rolling or whatever.
Like, well, even if I roll, the 4-point's going to hold me in way better than what the factory stuff did.
Yeah. He doesn't want 5th point, so we're not doing it.
And I could do it later, but it's whatever.
You gonna work today?
I will.
Oh, you ready? Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I knew he was ready. He nodded a long time ago. So, all right. So, obviously, links will be in the description below for everything. The harnesses, the mounts, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Subscribe, like, comment, cuss us out.
Yeah.
Be vocal on there.
Don't forget to subscribe. I know we said that a lot, but it helps us out. Yeah, they're really cheap. How much are they?
$60, Amazon.
$60.
They are. I don't think they're the cheapest ones. I think there was one that was a little cheaper, but had bad reviews.
Now these attach individually, so you've got a separate strap for each deal. Kind of a pain compared to my 50 cals. I'll put a link in the description below in case you decide you want to buy those. They're attached like this, and this is attached, and you do that. It's still got the same buckle. I guess I could walk over there and show you. Okay, see, they're attached. And then you've just got this, and I do have the 5th point. You get your little center buckle. But I'll put a link in the description below if you decide you want the 50 cals. I got everybody pick their own color. See you guys next week. Subscribe.